Hello everyone, CrystalFissure here. Today I'm here to talk about the Tawna gameplay reveal. This is just... I'm seriously, I'm still speechless. I am still speechless at this. We're about to see a cutscene introducing Tawna back into the universe. This footage, of course, was captured by the team at PlayStation Underground, and we got to hear from Lou and some other developers from Vicarious Visions talking about the creative process and all that. So let's go watch it now.
Thank you so much. Wait, Tawna? But you're different. You're not from our universe.
It's good to see you guys. It's been a long time for me.
We lost touch in your universe too, huh?
Yeah, you could say that.
What did we, die or something?
What? No, nope, no, definitely not. So how are things in your dimension?
The usual. A bunch of evil scientists attempting interdimensional domination.
Huh. So, what you collecting? Crystals? Gems?
Masks.
Ooh, fun. Well, good luck with that.
Wait, you're not coming?
Sorry, I fly solo. But I'll lend a hand where I can. In fact, I already have.
Oh.
I mean, where do you even begin with this? Could we talk about this for another 6 hours and theorize everything about this? Yes, we absolutely can, but we need to talk about it just generally here. This is, of course, Tawna gameplay, the final character reveal. They said that, so I'm going to rattle off some bits of detail that they talk about in the PlayStation Underground video, but with my own commentary. Firstly, as you can see, she has a new ability, an ability that you don't get to see from anyone else in the Crash series, where we are able to basically slingshot across. Reminds me very reminiscent of Ratchet and Clank, that's sort of the vibe I get. And so you have that ability where you're able to sort of propel past things. You're able to use it to destroy boxes, and you're also able to attack enemies and stuff like that. There is also a wall jump mechanic here, which is, it's made very obvious with the circles, what you're meant to do and stuff. And of course, we're here in the pirate themed levels, and as you'll see later on with some more footage, this is, there basically are these different themes, and they're going to be within different dimensions. I mean, the cutscene, obviously, so Coco is aware of who Tawna is. Now, obviously from Crash 1, they never had any interaction. If anything, Coco was the spiritual successor to Tawna. So what that means is the lore, they're not going to just ignore that. I think that what's going to happen is we're going to see a lot of early backstory stuff and context provided. This is also another dimension version of Tawna, of course, which means that she's helping Crash and Coco through this adventure. Of course, they reference the gems, crystals, all that. Again, another sort of tongue-in-cheek sort of meta reference, which I absolutely love. At this point, I'm just my thoughts are, of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is allowed to like or dislike any game they want. But to me, the adherence and care, quality control as well, that is going into the Crash Bandicoot series here is absolutely nothing short of tremendous. It is unreal. I am so excited that they're going to be paying so much attention to the existing universe and creating all these new memories as well, because that's hugely important. It's not like they're just relying on the past. This is objectively new gameplay that we have never really seen in the Crash series, especially in the classic Crash series, and stuff like that. And of course, it doesn't even include the stuff with Dingodile and Cortex. Now, the one thing they point out as well, as we're looking at the inverted mode, which is the new mode where each level has a different theme. Basically, this is what Beanox have been working on, or one of the things Beanox have been working on after post nitro fuel, which by the way is finally over. They said that they won't be doing any further updates. But you know, one thing with that is there are, you know, so many different gameplay types and modes and scenarios, and like it feels like the game is gigantic. But as I lose my train of thought, as I want to, you know, one take CrystalFissure, that's my nickname, kind of self-imposed nickname. What I meant to be talking about, what I wanted to say, was that after the initial introduction to the, you know, character and the gameplay types and such, these levels are actually optional. So as we see here, and as we saw in my gameplay demo, what actually happens is you can do these timelines, these additional timelines, sort of alternate timelines, where you go and help or hinder Crash depending on who you're playing as. They mentioned that Dingo Dub just generally causes chaos, like that's just generally, he's not actually, they pretty much confirm that he's not really a bad guy. But they are optional, so you don't actually have to do that in order to complete the game normally. Here's another Dingo reference. They mention as well that these levels here are in the snacks sort of realm, the snacks world theme, which it's all about like coffee. I just read coffee. It's all about food trucks, and it's like the food capital of the world or something like that, of the universe. So that's really, really interesting. Of course, that means that this is another scenario in which Dingo Dar's diner has maybe taken off and has sort of gone interdimensional in a Matt Berry accent. I do that. Anyone seen Toast of London? Good show. Very good show. Actually, you know, him and that and IT crowd. Too bad Graham Lyon ended up kind of weird. But anyway, I'm just looking around here. Like, I'm not doing like a full, you know, analysis frame by frame. At this point, it's now like, as of recording, I was literally about to go to bed. I brushed my teeth. I was ready to go to bed. That was it. Of course, they end up releasing this now. It's just classic, but I had to do it. I got work tomorrow, but I had to do it. But one thing, oh, nice jump. It's almost not even worth doing that many more videos about it, apart from these major reveals, because we are so close to release. Like it's September the 9th. Is it actually? Yes, it is. Yes, Wednesday, September the 9th. It is 12:58 a.m. my time, Adelaide time. And you know, we're less than a month away now. The leaked trailer actually said it was coming out in a month from here. It was actually originally going to be October 9th. To move it to October 2nd, either to like, you know, sort of disprove, like maybe, I don't know, rectify the leak, or really it means it must mean they were confident that they had everything done. Like, for example, Reignited was absolutely not getting that benefit of the doubt there, because it absolutely needed more time. But at this point, I'm like, my prediction is that this exceeds Reignited Trilogy in practically in most ways, like in terms of like just the overall polish and sort of stuff like that. And I've said this before, but I think that Toys for Bob can do a better Crash game than a Spyro game. Not to say they can't do good Spyro games. I would love to see them give this level of detail, but seeing this with Crash makes me very, very excited. It makes me think that, wow, okay, you know, they really know what they're doing here. When given their own creative ideas, they can absolutely deliver and absolutely perform a vending. So, you know, that's a huge thing. Now, if they did this with Spyro, I'd be saying the same thing. Like, oh man, like they can do such good with Spyro. But with Crash, we're seeing it here. With Spyro, maybe Beanox will be working on a Spyro game or Vicarious Visions. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 has been fantastic as well. But yeah, so this is another inverted mode, by the way. This is the inverted mode of one of the snacks levels, which is really, actually really, really cool. Basically, it's like an underwater version, so the physics have changed. It's a lot slower and floatier and stuff like that. And as they talk about in the video, which I recommend you go listen to the commentary after this if you can't get enough of this, it's really interesting to hear them talk about how, you know, Crash Bandicoot is very much muscle memory. And I can 100% relate to that. For me, I can relate that to Spyro majorly, having, you know, doing speed runs and stuff like that and races. But when it comes to when it comes to Crash, there absolutely is muscle memory. And so the whole point of these different concepts and inverted modes is to essentially take away that muscle memory. That's literally what Lou Studdert says. He's just like, yeah, we want to get rid of that feeling to make it exceptionally challenging for the player, which is great. And as they talk about, plenty of replay value, because we want to be playing these games for weeks, if not months. By the way, this is Coco's gameplay in a pirate costume, running through what is, my guess, is one of the first levels in the game. And it's interesting. It seems like the lighting has changed a little bit. It almost looks like slightly darker, a bit more focused in its lighting. A little bit more, I don't know how to describe it, but if you look at some of the early gameplay footage or trailer footage and then the later trailer footage and cutscenes and stuff, you notice that they definitely fixed up the lighting. They made things better, within months. So I think that I'd assume this would basically be final, being that it needs to get ready to go gold and it needs to be stock and everything very, very soon. But this is just, again, you can say that, I'm just being like super positive all the time, blah blah blah, but I don't know what to say other than to be exceedingly positive here. I'm just loving every bit of it. I wouldn't stay up way past my bedtime if I didn't absolutely just love covering the new Crash stuff, Crash 4. And just everything about this looks so fun. And yeah, I have played it myself, and I'm really, really looking forward to playing it. They have announced a demo that will be coming later this month. That will be the levels that I played. I'm gonna download it or get the pre-order or whatever, because I want to see if they've changed some of the little things that I didn't like about the original version. For example, I wasn't really a fan of overall of the slide mechanic. It just felt a little bit cut short. I wonder if they've fixed that or not. If they haven't, it's not like game ending. I just won't use it as much as I did in the original games, like in 2 and 3. I was always using it, and then there's the slide spin mechanic. And this is Crash. I'm literally just looking at. I'm yawning because I'm actually tired, but I'm looking at Crash here, just being like, this is brilliant. This is brilliant, and this level is brilliant too. I just want to pause it and just look at all these different cafes. That's a strudel, like a strudel thing. It's like a cat. There's kanji as well, Chinese and Japanese characters in there as well. That's really interesting. The enemy design, the level design, the color. This is not the best rip, and it's not even 60 FPS, which is disgraceful. PlayStation Underground, get your SHIT together, please. Can you please do that? That'd be great. I appreciate the footage, but I don't know why it's not 60. But it actually looks pretty decent at 30. Like, I'm not displeased at 30 by any means, but wow. It's just, yeah, it's looking really, really good. Look at that. You'll notice the life icon. They actually made icons, with a life icon or the death count or whatever. They actually made the icons match the skin, which is actually a really good idea. I think that's it's that little level of detail that we're seeing here that it's just that they're doing it right. They're doing this series right. And by the way, we haven't seen the last mask. They're doing this series right, and we're so close away from the official release now, October 2, of course, as you may know. Most likely 99.932% of you would know that. But yeah. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching this video. Again, super excited for Tawna. Thank you very much for all the support, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Goodbye.